Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. In the last episode we have completed the entire game except for the Special Star Road and the Special World. We're gonna cover that next week in next week's episode and the week after as part of our finale or featuring finale. For now, in this episode, we're going to take care of Bowser's front door. We're going to take on Bowser himself, and I'm going to show all of the paths that Bowser's castle has. And to best explain that, as we come into the castle, no matter what, you cannot come in with Yoshi. You notice that we have a door with a number 1 and 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to showcase all 4 of these before we even make it to door number 5, because there's going to be more after this. And we're going to cut and showcase each piece so that it is aligned in a row. So for editing purposes for me, I'm gonna pause, and this is my indicator of where to cut back to. Okay, we're gonna go in through door 1. So door 1, it's actually been so long since I've dealt with the paths here. It looks like door 1 is actually more difficult if you did not go for the switches. And we've already made it through. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to jump back to the first doors and cut to, or not cut to door 2, but move to door 2. And we're back. We're going to continue forward now and showcase door number 2. So door number 2, it looks like it's more of a gated piece. Looks like if you're on the back side, you can try to go for some final 1-ups. And it looks like I did not do that correctly, so we're just gonna see what I can do. It looks like the back side is the better side to go across in these great because of the fireballs. Really? That's door number 2. The fireballs are probably the harder things to avoid, so I'd recommend going to the back side. Now we're gonna cut here and cut to me going for door number 3. And we're back, and now we're gonna continue with door number 3. So door number 3, it looks like it's more of a maze. And it looks like the best way to navigate this maze is to find the banners that appear to be missing a piece in between in order to drop through to move around. Oh. There. I found a cape behind this wall, and there we go. That is the way. Oh. So these Mecha Bowsers appear to not be able to take damage from the cape. And I just lost the cape. I'm just trying to see if there's any other path to take. So going up is the better path because of the cape you can get from the top. Otherwise, that was door number 3. Now we're going to go back one more time and take door number 4. And then we're going to continue through from door number 4 into this area. So we're back and we're going to go all the way to door number 4. So door number 4 looks to be a moving area. Ooh. I'm actually doing some blind stuff for the first time in my Let's Play. I've never done any of this. So, normally I would do the back entrance or just door number 3. And that was door number 4. So now I'm going to pause here because now we're going to be using this point to jump back. So, one moment. So from here, as you can tell, we have door number 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we're going to go and jump in through door number 5 first. So in here, it looks like we have mostly spikes. My best recommendation would be to wait for the first spike to, even before it reaches all the way up, to start running so that you can make it all the way through. Now, I know what's going to be beyond here. This doesn't take you to door number 9, 10, 11, and 12. This takes you on to the next part of the dungeon, of the level. And we're going to avoid that because I want that to be the sort of surprise we get to. So for now, we're going to jump back to the doors and go through door number 6. Be right back. Okay, now we're going to go through door number 6. And we went underwater going through that door. This makes me think of Morton's Castle, to be honest, from Donut Plains. So let's see what we've got here. We've got a lot of dead bones going across. It looks like it's going left and right. Interesting. Can't go too far left or right on this screen. And we're gonna avoid the dry bones, but we're gonna crush them. And it looks like we're dealing with a lot of spikes, basically. I don't trust being up there. This area also feels like it's the longer segment so far. So I'm gonna see if I can wait, and that was a smart choice. So unfortunately I died, but right up there at the top we had the green warp pipe. So instead of just jumping in and rushing to the second area, we're just gonna cut to the doors so that we can go through door number 7, since we basically made it to the end of door number 6. It was just that one part I swam too high up. Things happen. So we're gonna cut to the end of, or back to doors 5 through 8. Be right back. Okay, and we're back, and we're going to continue now to door number 7 actually. Door 7. So door 7 is one of these types. So if we didn't have the blue switch, this statue above would be down here and be firing fireballs at a closer location. Gold statue seems to have trapped himself. Same thing with the red block. If we didn't have that, that statue would drop down, making this area harder. We're gonna let gold statue get a little bit closer. And we made it to the end. So it looks like door number 7 is the shortest. Door number 6 is the longest. And door number 5, actually no, 5 was the shortest, but it has a higher risk of death. Anyway, so we're gonna cut it here and go back to the doors and go through the final one, door number 8, and continue through the door. I'll be right back, guys. And we're back, and now we're going all the way back down to the end of the hallway and going through door number 8. And here we go. So we have long jumping charging chucks. Those charging chucks are still long jumping. was hoping to... So it looks like all the charging chucks here were long jumping. So now instead of cutting back, we're going to go through the door. And this is where all of doors 5 through 8 would lead to, is this room. So we have a switch here for the light bulb. We have some ninjisks, I think, is their official name. Can't remember what their official name is. But they are just a jumping enemy. They came from Super Mario Bros. 2, if I recall correctly. And we have Bowser's door right here. So now we're in the final part where we fight Bowser. Oh man. He has a weird character design in this game. So he swings back and forth, and then he releases the Mecha Bowsers. All you have to do is throw them up into the air and hit him on his head. You have to do it 3 rounds, 2 hits each round, and he'll do this whole swooping motion. And he will release these fireballs. It's best to keep in between or just trying to avoid the fireballs. Obviously, it will be instant death if you get hit. Bowser's gonna do a new pattern here. He stops mid-flight, turns upside down, and drops a bowling ball. At least I hope that's a bowling ball. It might just be an iron ball. Anyways, it's easy to jump over. You cannot jump on top of them because you'll take damage. Then he just repeats the previous pattern. He tosses 2 Mecha Bowsers, and all you have to do is hit him in his head. And I think that second Mecha Bowser is gonna come back on screen. I didn't pop him to death. Though it might be that off screen it's Pitfall. So maybe if you throw the Mecha Koopas off screen, they don't come walking towards you because they fall into oblivion. So we're gonna hit him one more time, and that's the end of round 2. I don't want that Mecha Koopa to activate and drop and attack me while I'm trying to avoid the fireballs. So I'm gonna let the fireballs come down again and jump in between so that I can avoid the fires. Peach is really nice in this game in that she throws mushrooms in between phases. I almost wish she would throw like a fire flower. Anyways, the last round here is actually much easier than the previous round. Oh, I did not know he destroyed his own Mecha Koopas by the pouncing. But either way, he throws enough Mecha Koopas. So we're gonna let him get closer, throw the Mecha Koopa up, and he's done. And that is Bowser's Castle. Now I know that this is a short play level, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this sequence maybe play out. Mario's adventure is over. Mario, the princess, Yoshi, and his friends are going to take a vacation. How lovely. Fun fact, if you are playing multiplayer, player 2 plays as Luigi. However, there is no text change in this entire game except for where the name is for the lives counter. So if you're player 2 and you complete a castle, it says Mario has defeated Ludwig von Koopa or Lemmy Koopa. It is so hilarious because Mario takes credit of Luigi's work. So I'm just gonna let this play. Maybe I will. Yeah, I'm gonna let this play out. And even though the credits are rolling, there's still more to do in this Let's Play. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let this play out. I'm not gonna give my final thoughts of the project because there is still more to do. So I'm gonna cut out here, but I'm gonna let this keep going. If you want, you can keep watching it, see the credits and all that. Otherwise, next week we start on Star Road. I'll see you guys then in the next episode. Have a wonderful day. Bye.